Welcome back to the Tahoe Kids Show. I'm here with Shelly at South Tahoe Public Utility District, and I see folks buying bottled water at the grocery store all the time. What's the difference between tap and bottled water?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I feel like there's three main differences: how they're regulated, how they're distributed, and then how much they cost. So in terms of regulation, bottled water is considered a food item. So that means they're regulated by the FDA, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Municipal tap water is regulated differently. We're regulated by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. And as such, we have more standards that we have to meet. We have to test more frequently, and we have to put out an annual consumer confidence report. And that lets you and everyone else drinking our tap water know where our water comes from, what contaminants are in it, all of our lab results from the year, and then it also dives into potential health impacts.
You said that the distribution is different.
Right.
What does that mean?
Okay, so depending on where you live or what kind of bottled water you buy, it might come from a different source and it might get to you in a different way. So here for South Tahoe Public Utility District, all of our drinking water comes from groundwater aquifers. That means that we pump the water up out of the ground, we add a little bit of chlorine to kill off any of that harmful bacteria, and then it starts immediately going to your home. So it doesn't need to travel that far. Bottled water can come from a variety of different sources. It can come from groundwater, lakes, creeks, streams, aquifers. In fact, more than 25% of bottled water actually just comes from tap water. The big difference is how it's distributed. Ours is distributed, tap water is distributed through pipes. Bottled water, you have to fill up the bottled waters at a factory and then ship it to a distribution location, usually by truck. And then from a distribution location, it needs to get trucked to the various sources where we buy bottled water. Grocery stores, gas stations, you name it, so that you can consume it. So bottled water often has to travel a lot farther distance, sometimes hundreds of miles.
So you distribute the water through pipes. Where does that go?
Right, so for South Tahoe Public Utility District, our service area covers the majority of the California side in South Lake Tahoe. So that goes all the way out to Camp Richardson, to Christmas Valley, and then over to State Line. Within our service area, there are smaller water districts as well. Tahoe Keys, Lukens Brothers, Lakeside Parks, and there's lots of folks that have their own private well as well. We serve around 14,000 water customers.
So what's the difference between the cost of bottled water and tap water?
Good question. I think this is one of the biggest differences. So for example, for South Tahoe Public Utility District, for 748 gallons of water, that costs $1.58 for 748 gallons. Whereas for bottled water, let's say you bought this 20-ounce bottle of water for $1. All right, and that's pretty cheap, right? It'd be hard to find that at the gas station. That would be $6.40 a gallon, or more than 3,000 times the price of tap water. So it's much cheaper to bring your own water bottle, fill it up, and you know that you're getting delicious, safe, tasty Tahoe tap. So moral of the story, it's a myth that bottled water is safer than tap water. So grab your reusable water bottle, fill up with Tahoe tap.
Thanks, Shelly. We'll be right back with more Tahoe Kids Show.